Alright, so it's me, Icon, and today I am going to be doing a tutorial on how to do a professional thumbnail, professional Call of Duty thumbnails, or any shooting games that you have. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So I have here a example of a thumbnail that I made, I guess. It's nothing special, but I really liked this, and I might as well just make a tutorial on how to do it. So I'm gonna use a different one just to show that you can do this style on any screenshots, I guess. So yeah, I'm just gonna bring up my thing. So I'm gonna get my text, which is here, text, add text. I'm gonna bring this closer. So let's just say thumbnail press OK. Alright, and then let's make another layer of text. Tutorial. Okay, the size doesn't really matter because we will have to resize them anyway. So yeah, we have the text here. So you can see that you can't really move the layers for some reason. So I just make a blank layer and then just merge it down to rasterize it, I guess. Okay. So if you take a look at this one, you can see that the tournament text is white. So that's what we're gonna do with this. We're gonna make the text above white and the one under it to be a different color. So let me just separate these two first. So normally when you do a thumbnail text, you want to make the text that has longer the text that is longer, the top, which is in this case the tutorial, and since it's longer it will be much bigger than the one under it, and you just want to resize it. So I'm gonna pinch the two top of the text with the perspective form. It doesn't have to be like perfect or anything, but try your best to make it look good, and then you resize it so that it will look smaller than the one under it. You go out. So now the main text, the tutorial one, it will have the color. The color of this depends on the weapon, I guess. So for example, the one above this, it's red, so you would want to do something red as well. So let me bring it back. I'm just gonna take this away first. So you go to filter, FX, and then find the, I think, transform. No, what's this, pixelated? Yeah, so I'm pretty new to this, so I don't have a lot of experience. So you just want to select the opacity of the text first, and then you go to parallel gradation, I guess. What the hell is this? Okay, so yeah, so this is just basically gradients, a gradient on your text. The color will be the same as the gun, which is purple. I don't think ibis paint has the eyedropper here, so I will have to do it manually. Let's go into somewhere purple and then make a bright purple. You will be fine. And then for the other one, we'll make the same purple, but this time it is darker, something like this. So yeah, you can play around with the two colors, I guess. I just keep it. Ooh. So it doesn't really matter. What matters is that you have one you have one light side and one dark side. So yeah, so just when you're done, just exit the thing, close it, and then just remove selection area. So yeah, you have your gradient text and your main text. Alright, so when you have your text done, you just want to play around with it and add some shadows. So I'm just gonna merge these two down. And yeah, I'm gonna add some shadows behind this. So let's do that. I'm gonna duplicate the text so that if I messed up, I can fix it. So yeah, I'm gonna add some shadows to the bottom. I think it's style. No, artistic. Drop shadow. Okay, so you want to go to drop shadow. So you can copy my settings, I guess, but it's not. This isn't that specific. You can just play around with the angle and the radius until you have something that you want. And now you can add some glow to the text. So wait, actually, I'm gonna redo this because I want to have a different placement for my text. So let's give it a bit of a tilt. Let's make it bigger. So yeah, something like this, I guess. And then I want to duplicate it and then do the shadow again. Drop shadow. Okay. So now I can duplicate my thing so that I can blur it. Filter and then go to blur. Moving blur. So yeah, you can copy my settings, I guess, but it's not that special. And then you can apply the moving blur many times as long as you want. I'm just gonna do it 3 times, and then you can do Gaussian blur 40. Yeah, so and then you want to change the blending mode into, I think, add. Let's find it. So lighten, add. So yeah, it looks a bit meh, I guess. So you want to merge it. You want to merge the ads layer down to the base layer. So yeah, for now you will have 3 text layer, which is drop shadow, a base one, and then the ads blending mode. So you want to merge the ads layer down to the okay, so you just merge everything down, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So once you're done, you can do a few things. For example, let me just hide the text. Usually I try to separate the background from the text, I guess. So oops, okay, this is too much. Okay, so yeah, you don't have to make it too I guess the cut to be too precise. You can just play around with the brush and then try to get and try your best to cut out the thing, the gun, I guess. So okay, this is taking too long. Oh fuck. Need this brush pattern opacity. Alright. So yeah, just erase around the gun and then, you know, bring this up, and you can use the harder brush to do the rest. So the reason that I'm doing this is so that I'll have a background in the back and I can make it a bit less saturated. So let's see, let's go to effects. Where's effects? Adjust color, brightness and contrast, I think. Oh no, it's hue, saturation and lightness. So you can copy my settings again, but you can just play around with it. So yeah, you can see that there are a bit of a mistakes around there. So you know, you can fix it when you're done, and then just get some smaller brush, I guess. But most of the time, I just don't care. Yeah. So yeah, okay, and then just merge it down, bring this back up. Okay, so at this point you can just play around with your thumbnail. It's pretty finished, it's pretty much done, I guess. But if you want to add a bit of the effects, you can absolutely do that. So for me, usually I just let me just merge these two layers down, hide this, we don't need those, we don't need this. So I have added a few of the red lights on the white text on both sides, so you can just play around with the text. And then just make a new layer, and then since we have, that's too big, one there and one there, and then we can just turn it into add. Okay, you can duplicate it or something. If it's too much, you can just blur it. Okay. Duplicate it. I think I can make it, turn this into black so that it stands out a bit more. But if it's too much, you can just tone it down a bit. Let's say 40. Yeah, so at this point, you can just play around with your thumbnails. It doesn't matter. Let me just make another one. For example, this. Let's go add. And then blow it. Merge everything down. Okay, so we're almost done. You can just add a bit of the effects. So what I usually do is I just duplicate this and I go to filters, blur. I have mosaic. I set it to 25 pixels so it looks like that. And then you can see there's a bit of the blocky textures in this. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Let's go out and then get your eraser, get your smooth brush, airbrush, sorry. The opacity you can set to 30. Yeah, and then just erase out the texts and the gun, and then make the brush a bit smaller. Erase some of the surroundings like the trees, the map. So yeah, you can erase a few of these as well. That's too much, like that, and then you can lower it. Yeah, and then you can duplicate this and then add, turn it to add to make the thumbnail a bit brighter. You can add some Gaussian blur to it to make it smoother. So just repeatedly add some blur to it. So let's just merge it down, merge the text, merge this, merge that. So if you followed the tutorial, you end up with something like this. Also, you can add some of the RGB glitch, I guess. So mine is, I think, chromatic aberration. Right, why does it? Oh, so add some chromatic aberration to this. Here's my settings. You can play around with the distance, but yeah. And then yeah, that's about it. If you followed the tutorial exactly like I did, you end up with something like this, or at least similar to this. So I hope that this video has helped a lot of you guys out. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. And if there's any tutorials that you want me to do next, please let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, peace.